Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we got some breaking news. The very popular cruise port of Amsterdam, well, the city mayor and their council there decided, yep, those nasty cruise ships we just don't want here, and they are banning cruise ships and closing the cruise terminal just across from the train station in Amsterdam. We also have an update on the Carnival Pride, and also the NCL Joy is making some changes in dry dock next year. Some people are going to be happy and some people won't. That's right, the mayor and city council in Amsterdam is off to fight tourism in their city. They say that cruise ships just come in and they are, in fact, the mayor, just to show you how one-sided thinking he is, he says it's like, they're like tourists on cruise ships are like a plague of locusts descending upon the city and devouring it and then leaving nothing in return. Yeah, they don't leave money, they don't leave culture, they don't leave anything. They're just locusts. So you can kind of see how one-sided and one-minded this individual is. You know, I get it. If you want to cut back the tourism, there's ways to do it, but every single time it seems to be that they just want to cut the cruise ship because that's the easiest target. And the first thing they come out with, of course, is, well, you know, a cruise ship emits this many carbon emissions while in port as this many cars or trucks. And yeah, okay, well, then install, install hookups for electricity at the cruise port. Problem solved. No more pollution. But that's not the issue. The issue is they're trying to change an entire image of the city, because if you think of Amsterdam, be honest, what do you think of? You think of coffee shops that have weed and pot all over the place in Amsterdam. You think of partying. You think of the red light district before you think of almost anything else. And then you might start thinking about windmills and tulips. But they're in a fight to try and change the mentality and what their city is. They want to change everything. And their first target was tourists. In fact, they just ran a campaign asking people not to come to their city, especially Britons coming over to party or to have bachelor parties or bachelorette parties. They actually had an advertisement to stay away from their city, because it's not like they have some of the biggest universities in the country in the city itself, and I'm sure all those students just sit at home and study and go to museums. They certainly don't party. I'm positive of that. Anyway, there we go again. I have a feeling at some point the cruise lines are going to have to get involved in some of these bannings and actually start to sue, because it's not the countries that are voting and the legislation. It's individual towns, like mayors, like Bar Harbor or Venice or now Amsterdam. If it keeps going on, they're going to have to start suing and start getting into the legal mind of they're interfering with legal business. And there are laws saying that governments cannot come out with laws that restrict commerce in the country. There's laws like that in the United States, in Canada, in Europe. And so I have a feeling at some point that's going to happen. But as of right now, congratulations, Amsterdam. You're cutting back your tourism. They average about 1 million visitors a month, so 12 million people. And the entire year there are 700,000 people on cruise ships, not all of who get off. But say every single cruise ship passenger get off, that's 700,000 people. Congratulations. You only need to get rid of 11,300,000 more tourists. Oh boy, the world we live in. The Carnival Pride, which I mentioned yesterday, was having issues. It actually had to pull into Germany and get for repairs. Well, the next cruise obviously is now going to be canceled as well. That was a 9-day cruise. But the problem is a lot of passengers on board were going on back to back as well. But now Carnival is making arrangements. They are chartering planes to fly people here, there. They're chartering a bus to Dover to catch the aircraft if you were set to fly out of there. They're trying to get passengers accommodated and set, except now that they are there, they're saying the next cruise will probably go forward. It's just going to be a shortened cruise. It depends on how long the repairs take. Well, they can't stay in the cruise terminal in Germany. Now they are moving the ship over to a cargo terminal. And while the repairs are going on, other than being disembarked from the cruise ship, no passengers are able to get on and off the cruise ship. So you will be in a cargo dock area on the ship, and that's your cruise until they're able to set sail. Now, the next cruise had 6 ports of call. If they don't get it fixed fast enough, well, that means it's going to be maybe a 2-port call or a 3-port call. No word yet on what kind of refunds or what kind of incentives that are going to be given to passengers. Obviously, Carnival's waiting to find out exactly how long these repairs are going to take. They also haven't mentioned what happened to those people who were supposed to meet the ship in Dover. Are they going to be able to transport from Dover to the cruise ship, or are they being sent home and the cruise canceled completely and they're on their own if they book their own transportation, etc.? Lots of things go wrong. Things do break on cruise ships. It's up to the cruise line to do their best to solve everybody's issue. Just a sad day for people out there on that cruise, and especially if you were doing a back-to-back. Not only did you get a ruined end of your cruise, now your next cruise is, wow, oh my goodness, what an amazing cargo area port, because that's your view. Good thing you got a suite. Well, now we have the Norwegian Joy. The Norwegian Joy is going for dry dock in February of 2024. And it's going to be in there, I think, around 3 weeks, and it's getting a lot of updates. They're going to refresh some of the rooms, new designs, new beds maybe, new walls, new paintings, new color scheme, etc. They're also expanding the thermo suite, adding a drip area, you know, the IV drip stuff. That's not very big here in Canada. I think it's big in California and a few other places. So they're adding that. They're doing a few things to spruce things up like that. But they're also making some changes. For instance, 40 cabins to now be spa balcony staterooms. So they're going to redesign those ones as part of the refit, and then they'll be able to charge more for the spa balconies, right? 40 new cabins. Also, remember the observation lounge? That's that big triple-decker window they can observe out on the cruise ship. It's a lounge, the bar's there, and everyone loves it. Well, they're taking some of that away. They're taking away enough room from that they can add 24 new balcony staterooms. That's right, 24 balcony staterooms, which kind of means to me that those windows are going to end up disappearing in the observation lounge, and it's going to become something else. I don't think a lot of people are going to be very happy with that idea if that's what they do. That's one of the most popular areas to sit and relax on the ship. But the Norwegian Joy, observation lounge, 24 new balconies. Do you see a trend here? 24 new balconies, charge more for balconies. 40 new spa, charge more for that. Also, hey, have you stayed in an owner's suite before? Well, guess what? Congratulations, they're expanding the Haven owner's suite as well. Now it's going to be a 3-bedroom accommodation, which of course they can charge more for. I see a pretty big trend here, but we'll see what they do with that observation lounge and what people think of it when they see it. If they were just saying cabins, I would say, well, maybe some of the far back walls going to be taken away and they'll keep the windows there. But once they said balconies, well, if you're going to have balconies, you got to have a view. And the view, unfortunately, might be those beautiful windows and the beautiful looking out area of the observation lounge. I wonder if they're just going to cut it back to having only one level of windows and cabins above that. We'll have to wait and see. Well, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Do you think the cruise lines are going to have to get involved in some of these decisions going on right now about banning cruise ships in certain locations? As well as, hey, do these sound like good improvements? I think refreshing staterooms and things like that, and adding things to the thermal suites, good idea. I don't know how many people are going to be happy with the new balconies being taken out of an existing area. Let me know in the comments down below. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. We'll see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.